The Palestinian cabinet today stressed that the commemorating the 14th martyrdom of President Yasser Arafat in Palestine and the diaspora confirms the cabinet and the Palestinian government commitment to follow his path until implementing the right of return of Palestinian refugees and achieving the Palestinian aspiration of an independent sovereign state of Palestine with East Jerusalem as its capital on the 1967 borders. On this occasion, the cabinet reiterated its calls to mobilize support for the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the sole legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. Yet the cabinet renewed its calls for ending the internal political division and achieving national reconciliation between all Palestinian factions. On a different note, the cabinet strongly condemns the dangerous Israeli military escalation against our citizens in the Gaza Strip, which resulted in the killing of 10 Palestinian citizens and the bombing of dozens of sites, residential buildings, and Al-Aqsa news agency facilities. The cabinet holds the Israeli government fully responsible for the ongoing aggression on the Gaza Strip and stresses that this aggression would not take place without the international silence, encouragement of the U.S. administration, and the justification of the U.S. State Department. Finally, the cabinet stressed that the Israeli war crimes committed against our people in Gaza, whom under a complete military siege, aim to drag the region towards further violence and instability. On that note, the cabinet also called upon the international community and the UN agency, including the Security Council, to end the Israeli political and legal immunity and to immediately intervene to stop the Israeli aggression. In addition to providing urgent and immediate international protection for our people that will end up in lifting the illegal Israeli siege on our citizens in Gaza. On a different note, the cabinet confirmed that the government is committed to the membership timetable for joining the Social Security Corporation in accordance to the mechanisms approved by the application of the law. In addition, the cabinet stressed that upon the instructions of His Excellency President Abbas and Prime Minister Al-Hamdallah, the outcomes reached by the Ministerial Committee and all stakeholders will be submitted to the cabinet to take the necessary legal action to ensure the sustainability, fairness and transparency of the Social Security Corporation Fund. Finally, the cabinet discussed the outcome of the Prime Minister representation at the Paris Peace Forum on the 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War. During his speech at the forum, His Excellency Al-Hamdallah reiterated that the Palestinian leadership is committed to this two-state solution upon the international legitimacy with the objective of establishing the independent state of Palestine on the borders of 1967 with East Jerusalem as its capital. Secondly, the need to implement all United Nations resolutions preserving the Palestinian struggle to achieve peace and endorsing President Abbas' peace initiative and calls for the creation of a multilateral international mechanism under the sponsorship of the United Nations to resolve all permanent status issues within a specific timeline and to embody the sovereignty of the State of Palestine. In addition to stressing the need to providing support to UNRWA, also in his speech, the Prime Minister referred to all Israeli violations against the Palestinian citizens and their lands that comes contrary to all resolutions and international law, specifically the illegal siege imposed on the Gaza Strip. And finally, he stressed the importance of empowering the Palestinian economy and the need to strengthening the Palestinian national economy and ends the complete engagement with the Israeli economy and achieve a Palestinian independent economy.